The ribbon-cutting ceremony for the Heritage Park Skate Plaza in McDonald, Pennsylvania, July 2, 2011, was held. The welcoming guest was Master of Ceremonies Tom Rockwell. He is also chairman of the McDonald Parks and Recreation Board. Two guest speakers were available to talk. One was Patty Phillips, Vice President of the McDonald Borough Council, and the Honorable Jesse White, representative for the 46th Pennsylvania Legislative District. Here now is the ceremony.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Tom Rockwell. I'm in charge of I'm the board chair of the Parks and Recreation Department here in McDonald, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the ribbon cutting ceremony for the brand new skate plaza inside of Heritage Park. We're going to have a short little program here. We're missing a whole bunch of people. So we're going to revamp this whole agenda. This is pretty much garbage right now. What we're going to do is we're going to have a couple speeches. We're going to try to explain the process of what happened, what kind of benefits this has for the community. Then we're going to have the dignitaries come up. I'm going to present them with a golden pair of scissors. We're going to line up here. We're all going to cheese, smile real big, get some pictures taken. We're going to cut the ribbon and officially open this facility to the community. I gotta thank a few people first. It would not be possible without the money, of course. There's three places where we received funds and grants from. They need to be acknowledged and be thanked. Big ticket item was from the Department of Natural Resources, DCNR. We won that grant back in 2006, 2007. That's where most of the big chunk of money came from. We owe them a big thank you. They still need to come out here and do a final inspection, get that passed. We just put in a brand new handicap access last week. We have a handicap parking space. I think we pretty much should pass inspection, and then we can be done with this project. The second group of people we need to thank in terms of funding was the Tony Hawk Foundation from California. Tony Hawk is huge in skateboarding. With so much money that he has accumulated and the people that have backed him, he has started a foundation to give back to communities, to start skate parks and skate plazas all over the country. They actually award to between 10 and 15 brand new projects every year. We submitted an application, and the first time we won. They liked what we were doing. They liked the area. It had been a while since they moved into southwestern Pennsylvania. I guess we just hit it lucky on both accounts. So that was another source of funding. And the third source, just about a month ago, Columbia Gas gave us a donation check. We were able to purchase some of the shrubbery and some of the things that's going to help spruce things up and make this place visibly beautiful. And hopefully in the future, in the next couple months, possibly this year, we're going to add some benches, some more shrubbery, just make it very pleasing to the eye, make it a nice gateway into the borough of McDonald. It's something that the whole community can be proud of, and hopefully the kids appreciate. I've come down here pretty much every night for the past month. There hasn't been a whole lot of trash, little bits and pieces. The kids have been pretty good about it. They've picked up. I've talked to them. They're pretty much on board with everything. They want to be proud of it. I've had kids, just like I said, picking up their own trash, kind of policing their own selves, which is pretty good so far. Let's hope that continues, and hopefully that they like what we have presented them. There's a company that was supposed to be here today. It's called Art of Board. They're out of Pittsburgh. Now I'll mention this real quick. They're going to be sending us a package some supplies, and a sign. They, for some reason, they've started it where they want to recycle old skateboards. So we're going to have a sign here that says, if any kids are thinking about purchasing a new skateboard, instead of throwing their old skateboard away, they're going to give it to the borough. They're going to present it to either Marie or myself. We're going to have postage, pre-posted boxes. We send the old skateboards back to the company, and they make art out of it. They make wall pieces. They make anything imaginable, and then they sell it. Of course, they're trying to make a profit, but also they give back to charities. So there's no cost to us. It's just a nice thing. It's a green thing. Just trying to do our part with recycling, and hopefully it helps out a couple people. Let's see, who else do I need to thank? I was going to thank a person that helps out tremendously around the park. I was going to thank Harry Miller, if anyone knows Harry. We wouldn't get this place done without Harry. Harry is part of the borough. He works during the day, during borough things. He does things in the park, cutting grass, everything. He also comes down here after he's done with working. I'll see him here late at night on weekends. He just cares about the park for some reason. And it's just in his blood to just do nice things for everybody. I can't explain it. He's just one of those types of people. So, like I said, we all need to say a special thanks to him. The first speaker I was going to call up was the chief, Chief Dorsey. The chief's dad apparently became ill. The chief can't make it. This was all his idea. The chief had a crazy idea of one day. How can he keep the kids out of the drive-through, of the banks, out of the parking lots, off the streets? He approached the park board. So what can we do? Can we place an area in Heritage Park that the kids can get off the streets, out of the town, and have a safe place to go? We thought about it. We took a tour. One of the worst days of my life. Patty and I met the chief down at the parking lot. We were going to go tour some existing facilities. I had to ride in the back of the police car. It was not fun. Have you ever been in the back of the police car? It's not fun. So here we are, we're going up to Finley, and I'm kind of covering my eyes because I don't want anyone to see me. It was horrible. But we go up there, we saw what Finley had. We really didn't like it. It was just a concrete monster with these deep bowls into the ground. At that point, we wanted to go in the opposite direction. We wanted what we later came to know, doing some research on the internet, was a skate plaza, which this is. It's dual use. You can put bikes, skateboards. It just looks like a sidewalk in the middle of a community. And I think that's what the kids wanted too. We had a couple open houses. We asked, I took a survey from a couple kids. This is kind of what they wanted, instead of the big, ugly looking bowls inside of the ground. It's still ramps and stuff. So this is what we went for. We wrote a grant to DCNR. Didn't expect to get it. I've heard many places. I went to DCNR open houses, workshops. Usually took a couple years until they got familiar with the projects. A lot of handshaking, a lot of work with politicians. Politicians are great. Have politicians on your side. We got it. We won the very first year.
I have to say, when he did, do you remember when we did get the award?
It was shocking.
It was a release from your office, from
yeah, I think
Jesse
we got the word from you, from your office.
And Tom sent it to me electronically. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, because then the work begins.
We didn't know what to do after that. And I called him at work, and I emailed you. I said, call me, and he called me, and I'm like, oh, what do we do now?
Yeah, it was not expected. We didn't think we were going to get it. So then we had to. It's been 4 long years. It's taken to get this far. So I guess that's kind of the chief's speech. Hopefully, a lot of the credit goes to him. It's his idea. And, we were just little busy worker ants trying to get this done. I'm going to pass this off to Patty Phillips. She is Vice President of McDonald Borough Council. She really pushed this project along whenever things were down. All the funding, the money, the paperwork, she did, because I don't do very well with money. So I'm going to let her speak up here. And here's Patty Phillips.
Briefly, I'll just say a few words. Thank you.
Very good, Tom.
Tom, and he says other people deserve the credit. I think Tom does. Tom can write a grant. If you take a look around, this, or he one day said, we needed a place to play sand volleyball. Tom made a few calls or wrote a few letters, and we got $5,000 to put some sand in a volleyball net over there. And when we came up with the money for this, our next problem was we had a matching, and it was only $10,000, but it needed, if it was $100,000, it was still going to be just as hard to come up with that type of money. So again, Tom just writes a little grant, and he did. And by the way, the grant for this is a half a ream of paper. That's how much it took for him, and how much documentation to get the money. And Alice, from trying to do the tennis courts and the basketball court, it's not an easy paper to write to get a grant money handed to you. So we turned to Tony Hawk Foundation, and we were the only ones awarded that year in this state alone, not around surrounding states, that they handed money out to. To think that little McDonald got another $10,000. So we were very proud. We were very scared. We didn't know what to do. And once again, we went to the high school. Tom did. We held some on-site with our engineer who could not make it this morning. Once the designs were there, we had them posted on his website. They could vote, and this is what we came up with. So it hasn't been an easy 3 to 4 years. We ran into some bumps along the way, but all in all, it's been a good project. It's done. If you stop or ride by here any evening in the last 2 weeks before it was even officially open, we probably have 5 to 10 kids, would you say, Tom, on here almost every evening. I don't know where they are right now, but we kind of hoped having this on a holiday weekend might attract a little more of a crowd, but I think everyone's a little bit busy. But I would say, as far as the planning, like Tom mentioned, we didn't want big bowls. We wanted something that would blend in. We have some more plans for this area, benches, some more shrubbery. The Parks and Recreation Board has been slowly receiving donations and raising money over the past probably 10 years, and they're checking in to see what they could do from their end. So all in all, every time we thought a door was closing for us, we had some issues about putting this here. This is not located in McDonald Borough. This is in Robinson Township, and every time we thought we were hitting a wall with this project, another door would open, and we were able to turn and go another route. So it's worked out well. When we were all done, as Tom mentioned, a month ago, Columbia Gas gave us a $1,000 donation. I had written a letter and approached them 3 years ago and done a presentation to them because we were looking for a bigger backer than them, and they said they weren't able to do it. But all of a sudden, we needed money for shrubs. Did not approach them again. It had been 3 years, and they gave us a check for $1,000. So that was another step. We have a new sign coming, and we'll still have a little bit of money left. After that, there was some. You can do a few more trees. So that was our planning. It's been long, tedious. It seemed like every time we had something to eat, we got into months and months.
One other thing, I'd like to thank my park board. I love those guys. We've had openings for the past couple years. It's hard to keep people on there. It's kind of hard to get the community to volunteer. But the people that we have, the core, and I'd just like to read some names. Myself as the board chair, Alice Thomasy, the vice chair. Alice has been there since the very beginning with me. Are we the two only surviving original members? Just people you can count on coming there. and showing up and just doing things and getting things done. Casey McVicker is our representative from the fire department. If we ever need anything, I needed the plants watered the other day. I called Casey. He came down with the fire truck, did it. I also called Mike Lauterbach about renting some chairs. Fire department's great. Just ask; they're willing to help out. Harry Miller, like I said, was on the park board. Ray Miller, Ray's original too, I think. From the very beginning, Ray comes to every event. He helps out as much as he can. He's down there helping with McSummerfest today. That's why he couldn't be here. But again, just solid people that show up to help out at all these events that we do. Car cruises, pet parades, Easter egg hunts. It's hard work with just a little bit of volunteers, but we do the best we can and we get it done. And Mike Curran has had all kind of medical problems, in and out of the hospital. But he comes up, he shows, he volunteers, great hard worker. And then one of our newest members, Brant Miller, Ray's son, Brant helped out with the Easter egg hunt. I think he's going to be a good person to be on our board, a good representative from the school, from Fort Cherry. At this time, I'd like to bring up our state representative, who's probably very tired of Harrisburg right now. I'm sure you're glad to be back here. The Honorable Jesse White is here to speak to us, and we're glad he could make it this morning.
I gotta say, I'm all for any project that involves making it easier for short people to stand up and be seen better. Thank you, Tom, and you were right. I could not be any sicker of Harrisburg right now. I was there pretty much nonstop for the past month to 6 weeks, running around doing all this reassessment stuff in the state budget and everything. So I got home at 3 in the morning yesterday. So I'm finally back in just in time for all the 4th of July stuff coming up this weekend. So one of the things that it really impresses me is, we have people come into my office all the time. I have this plan. I have this idea. I have this. I have that. And there's no shortage of ideas out there. Some are better than others, but everybody has ideas. Everybody has plans. And I remember relatively early, I'm in my 5th year, relatively early into my tenure as a state rep, Tom came to see me like a lot of people do, and they had these plans, and I want to do this skate park, we're going to get Tony Hawk involved. Okay, sure. Okay, Tom, whatever you say. But he had a passion for the project that is clearly, it's just undeniable. You can see it. And when people come to see me for those kind of projects, what they usually expect is whenever you're done, they're done making their pitch to you, you say, oh, okay, that sounds good. And you open up a drawer and you hand out piles of cash and they go about their business. And obviously, I'm sure as you've learned, it doesn't work that way. And usually when most people realize it doesn't work that way, the project dies. They make a little bit of noise, but when they realize that they have to do some real actual work, that's when they kind of pack it up and go their own separate way. That clearly didn't happen here. And, that's one of the things that, it's a unique project, and I like it for a lot of different reasons because it does provide an outlet for young people, and instead of that, it's great to have a police department that wants to give young people a place to actually come and hang out and ride skateboards and be teenagers instead of chasing them off, for being teenagers like they do in a lot of other places. So the overall project's great. But the thing that I really admire is the process and the perseverance that everybody involved showed to get it done. Whenever we're putting these things together, we'll say to Tom or whoever, okay, we're going to do a grant application to the DCNR. This is what you need to do. And for some reason, people tend to get so kind of overwhelmed by the amount of work or the process, they just stop. And Tom didn't. And there's no doubt that we wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for him grabbing this project and just steering it through and just kind of willing it to happen. There's the kind of thought that, oh, the money's out there. And people just think it's on a tree and you need to go grab it. And it's not like that, especially now with the economy being what it is. It's extremely competitive. It's extremely difficult. And you have to really know what you're talking about and be able to sell what you're talking about in order to get people to buy in. And I think the fact that we're standing here right here today is proof positive that you all were able to do that. So I'm glad that we were able to help out in a very small way, but this is definitely your baby, your project, and everybody involved with the Parks and Rec Board deserve the lion's share of the credit for really doing a great thing. So congratulations.
Thanks.
I can stab with scissors.
Yes. We've got some golden scissors to pass out. First one is going to be from Jesse White. Mary Lou Ritchie is our council president. Come on up. Patty, vice president of Borough.
Can I grab the photographer?
You can help her on your mantle. Some of the other councilmen, or let's call it the mayor. Let me introduce everyone. If everyone doesn't know it, this is our mayor of McDonald.
Very better.
Come on this side because we got to face out to the audience. Let's get some of the other councils. Tim Thomasy from council, come on up. Michael Louderball, come on up. James Powell, come on up. Now, we're going to smile pretty for some pictures. Now, this is the main picture taken here. She's going to direct us. How many do you want?
Everybody walk down this way a little bit.
You want more on this side?
One in orange, perfect. Tim, if you can move over just a little bit more this way. Tom?
I'm going to stay here.
Okay. And a
Mike,
couple of you
Mike
guys.
over there. Come over here.
The other side.
Alright. Everybody in the picture?
Everybody smile.
Alright.
We're supposed to have our scissors out there.
Don't snip them yet, just taking pictures. Let us know whenever the pictures are done.
Alright, whenever you're ready.
Alright, let's have a countdown from the audience. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Now if we could have the Morrow people come up and skateboard for a while. Tom, I got an extra helmet.
While we have Jess in here, Jess, we need more money.
All right, let me get right back to Harrisburg.
You keep your scissors. Don't run with them. Thanks for coming today. Thanks for coming. You even got your toenails painted. You're such a pretty kid.
It wasn't original, I think, I put it together. Recreation.
I think it was 2004.
Been doing this since 47. Yeah, and people are like, no towns around are getting that, and they're going crazy. So we've been very lucky.
Yes, it's been a big, it's been a big contribution.
So what's next? What are we going to do next?
Because you know, you are these
Yeah. Hey, don't forget everyone, there's cookies over here and there's water.
Last time I saw